Hello. Hi, I know I'm crooked. I'm sorry. Today I am crooked because that's how I can make it set on this particular table. So, I'm sorry about that. I'm crooked. I know it's going to hurt my OCD friends. I'm sorry. But you know what? This is good information. I was just reading about one of my favorite oils, lavender. It is an oil that really interested me, really got my interest because it's got these wonderful calming effects. And at the time, I wasn't getting any sleep at night. I was uh, mom of two beautiful babies, and one was only 6 to 9 months old, and I wasn't getting any sleep. And if mama doesn't sleep, mama can't produce mama milk. Mommy juice can't be produced if mommy's not getting sleep, and I couldn't recover enough to provide what I needed to do and stay up all day to help the kids be active and happy. I couldn't do it. So one of my friends suggested lavender, and at first I was very skeptical. I was like, are you serious? You want me to do what? So she told me to rub lavender on the bottoms of my feet and then go to sleep, go right to sleep. That was the first night I got sleep in months. 6 months, actually. And so it was a big deal for me. And that got me asking, why did that work? What happened? Well, I don't do just a little bit of research. I do a lot of research. And one of the things that I found back then, 2 years ago, was that lavender really works because if you get it from Young Living, it really works because the Young Living oils are pure. And I know all kinds of companies say, oh, we have pure therapeutic grade essential oils. Well, the truth is, companies only have to have 5% of said plant in the bottle to call it 100% therapeutic grade by law, by FDA law. That's what they say. Well, my company doesn't go by those rules. They only put 100% of that plant into the bottle. It's completely pure. It's very unique from any other company. Not only do they put only just lavender oil into a lavender bottle, they also make sure that the fields that they were grown in did not have any touch of fertilizer or weed killer or any harsh chemicals whatsoever in the fields. They know from day one, when they planted the seed through harvest, that has not been tampered with or had any harsh chemicals on it whatsoever. And this company has the seed to seal promise. So they know, they do their lab testing in the field to make sure that it's time to harvest, that it's at the key time of the season to harvest that particular plant. And I'm talking about lavender at this point. And they test it for several weeks to make sure that they have the harvest time correct for that particular field and that batch of lavender. And then when they get to the lab, when they get to processing it, after they've distilled it the proper way, they then will test it again. Not once, 3 times on all 12 to 13 lab instruments to make sure that it is the highest quality possible. And then they send it off to a third party separate company to make sure that their information is correct. And it's not just, oh, the company says. No, it's also a third party that is agreeing, okay, yes, this is pure essential oil. So they go to such great lengths. This isn't required by FDA law, by government rules. This is going above and beyond what the FDA is required because they only need to have 5% in that bottle. And my company does the whole thing. What happens when a company doesn't play by Young Living rules, which is 100% pure in that bottle. I had a bottle. I had lavender with me. Oh, I do. Nope, that's Panaway. Okay. Well, I had it here. I'm sorry. I can't find it now. It was right next to me. So what happens when lavender is not labeled correctly? Well, today, much of the lavender oil sold in America is a hybrid called Lavender. Grown and distilled throughout the world, lavender is often heated to evaporate the camphor. Camphor is one of the key nutrients in the lavender. It's mixed with synthetic lanolin acetate to improve the fragrance. And then it's sold as lavender oil. Most consumers don't know the difference, and they are happy to buy the $7 to $10 per ounce from various stores or on the internet. This is why it is important to know about the integrity of essential oil company or vendor that you are getting it from. Adulterated or mislabeled essential oils may represent dangers for consumers. One woman who wants to be unknown had heard of the ability of lavender to help on the skin from burns, and she picked up a lavender oil purchased from a local health food store, and she put it on the spilled part of her arm, and the pain intensified and the burn worsened. So later she complained that lavender oil is useless and worthless for healing burns. When her lavender oil was analyzed, it was found to be lavandin, a hybrid of lavender that is biologically different from pure Lavandula augustifolia. That's a tongue twister. And lavandin contains higher levels of camphor that may burn the skin. In contrast, true lavender contains no camphor and has burn healing agents that are not found in lavandin. Combined with the fact that there's solvents in there, in that lavandin oil, that also go against the body's problem that it had. It's also adding to the burn. That's just one example of getting the wrong kind of lavender oil from just anywhere. And I had no idea when I first started in this great big race for getting the pure, natural, completely organic essential oils. I had no idea. And that's just one piece of the research that I did to see what was the best company out there, because there's a lot of companies. And I did a lot of research, and if you are interested in the statistics and details of which companies actually own their own farms and do the quality testing and have the knowledge of where their plants originate from before they distill it, or hey, how about what lab testing they did? I did that research. I have that research. If you're interested in more information, please let me know. I would be happy to present it to you. And, you know, it's up to you. It's research. Go ahead and research as deeply as you want, and you will find all kinds of information that range from hatred because somebody found the lavender oil that was labeled lavender, but they actually got lavandin, and then they got burnt, and they have scathing reviews on the internet, on Google. And it really comes down to, what is your source of essential oil? Are you getting something that the manufacturers want money, so they're saving money by cutting the corners and not caring how much quality is or is not present in their product? I know for a fact that my Young Living essential oils and my Young Living products are completely 100% pure and are not filled with harsh chemicals. And that is why I am so passionate about my essential oils. They are true. And that's what makes the difference for me.